2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first-round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Yes, you never know what you're going to get from Bubba, are you? Once you think he's in the trees and in a bit of strife, he hits the shot of the day. Keep your head up here. This is a rivalry you want to win.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Going with the 8-iron here. That should set up another chance.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
The old hammer hands putt. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Yep, tracking well.
Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock solid par right there.
Here we are at the second tee. Setting up in the first cut here. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
This is their fifth shot. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet. Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Beautiful shot. He's currently tied for 9th. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole. Oh, well done. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. He's found the surface. Good chance here. This putt is about 17 feet long. Like the look of this one. That's frustrating. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently 2 under for the day. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobsen Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
That's definitely left of the green.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Chance to save the par if he can make this one.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Oh, I love a player with big heart. You've showed plenty there.
And a nice, tidy save from the greenside bunker. Nice par.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, right by the hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the 5th. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 170 yards. All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, time to return to the action. A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. This one has eyes for the hole. And that will drop in for birdie. To the top 5 he goes. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
A few shots under par at the moment. Currently tied for 5th place. Great shot. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. That's pretty tidy. Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently in a share of top spot. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. This would be a great up and down. And this putt coming up for his par. Okay, steady now. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, I like the look of this. And down she goes from outside the range.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
This putt coming up is for birdie. This one's dialed in. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Well, not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
This is on a great line.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And as we step on to the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. One win is good, but 2 wins would be great. Atta boy, good shot. And here we are with the 3rd shot. He shares the lead. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Looks good.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
It was on a good line. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Second shot here on the 11th. Getting ready to play their third. Currently tied for the lead. That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Yep, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Currently 6 under for the round. This hole is a par 3. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. That's going right. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh my, how about that for a par? And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. This hole is a par 4, but it's a pretty lengthy one at that. That's an awful error. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Choosing the 9 iron here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. It's on a great line. That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, well played. Aren't you an expert in the bunker? And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par fours on the back nine here at Jacobsen Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Playing from around 160 yards. He's currently tied for the lead. And choosing the 8-iron here. That's tiny. And he's down there. You got a read?
Has to putt this one downhill. Now that's how you roll the rock.
Oh, how about that one? And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Looking ahead, this player is currently tied for first in the field, alongside Xander Schauffele. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
From around 220 yards. He's currently tied for the lead. Going with the 5-wood. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Just didn't drop. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This for a birdie run.
Sitting at 2 over. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Great looking shot this.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. coming off the birdie. They'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Sitting at -9 for the day. Currently tied for first place. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
He'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
And back to the course with the live action. And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead. Lovely touch. Well played.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Now at -9 for the day. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobsen Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
It's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches. Bit disappointing, that one. Sitting at 9 under par, currently tied for first place. Opting for the 4-iron here. Yeah, that was a safe play. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. Shame it didn't drop. An opportunity to make a par here. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for the lead. On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.